Welcome everybody, Everything New Under the Sun here. This is my look at the table that I built out of some floorboards that were actually from an old house that we purchased on a property beside us. The legs are made of firewood actually. My 8-foot lengths of firewood I had hardwood maple in there, and I just cut lengths of the similarly sized hardwood maple and use that for my legs. One cut with a chainsaw. I've never leveled these after that. I did one cut on each of them, and it's worked so far. And like I said, the top of it is the floorboards of about a 100-year-old house, which I show in the next clip planing. Here I'm just, what I did was I glued all the boards together and put the apron on it, which is, the apron's just 1x5 pine, cut with a miter saw. And then I added some brackets around it to kind of attach the apron to the tabletop. And the legs are attached to the apron just by, forget what the bolts are called, carriage bolts. You can see, it's hard to see, it's not the best quality video. Unfortunately, I didn't keep my original video there, but I did use carriage bolts there, and I used tie straps to kind of keep get all together nice and tight while I was gluing it. And here is speed building, and oh yeah, get into the planing here. So I had a little tiny plane, you can see there, but I quickly broke that when I found a nail, and so I bought a jack plane, which is shown here. And this took quite a while, and obviously you can see the table slowly moved. And I had a fair bit to shave off the top of this particular board there. They weren't the same sizes. I should have stuck it through, you know, a board planer and got them all nice and even and straight. I didn't do that. Maybe next time I'll think about that. But these boards are about 12 inches wide, so they're really wide, nice old. It's a softwood, but it's old enough that it kind of looks like hardwood, or any, you know, kind of cuts like hardwood. It's old enough growth. So I did obviously a lot of planing. It was great exercise. And took many layers off the top, and there was lots of, well, not lots of, but there was a few nails in here too, so you have to watch for the nails when you're using your planer, because that'll wreck your blade real quick. So I use the edge of the jack plane there to check for flatness, if you want to call it. I don't know what you call it. And just eyeballed it. I really did the whole thing by eyeball. I didn't use any special planers, you know, electric planers or anything. All hand planed. And this was over the course of maybe a couple of hours of doing it, and you can see just how much chips there are coming off it. And here's a clip of me actually sanding it. I just have a little palm sander, which is probably a little underpowered, a little tiny for this job, but it's what we had, and I didn't want to buy a new belt sander just to do this. So I pretty much wrecked this in the process. The little hook and loop Velcro attachment that the sandpaper was on started coming off, and you can see how dusty it is. You can see in the top right corner there, that's the top of my shop vac that I have sitting there. But yeah, this took a while, and again, another couple of hours, and made the room really dusty. Next process is to seam fill. You can use whatever seam fill you want, or not. Don't seam fill at all. In this case, probably knowing what I know later, I probably wouldn't have seam filled this and maybe went a different route. But this would be the next step before you go ahead and seal the wood. I put the beeswax finish on. Well, thanks for watching. That is the making of my harvest table. Now, I did this completely from the ground up with my own thoughts and ideas. I kind of built it as I went. I didn't really have any idea what I was doing, but I had an idea in mind of what I wanted to end up with. And things like the carriage bolts and things like that I used, I really didn't know what I was going to do until I got to that point and said, you know, what do I need to make this work the way I would like? And it's turned out great. It's been 2 years. I've recovered it, resealed it twice, and it does shrink quite a bit during the winter because we do heat with wood, so it gets down to 40% humidity, you know, and it's hard to deal with that, you know, with anything that's wood. But all in all, it's stood up really well. We've had lots of family gatherings at Christmas and all that sort of thing around it, and it served us very well. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. Please subscribe if you appreciate this, and shoot me links of your harvest table that you made. I'd be interested to watch it.